Aloha, I'm Sheila Kay, and we are in my happy place. Obviously, I think you can see my drums behind me. If you've not been here before, I hope you enjoy this video. If you do, give it a like, maybe throw a comment my way, and feel free to subscribe. Hit the bell notification, and you'll be notified when new videos come out. Today I'm going to share with you a project I've been working on for a bit. It's a good one. It's another drum kit, not this one behind me, but my friend's drum kit. So without further ado, let's get started. As a hobbyist, you may find yourself buying lots of used things, used stands, used drums, used cymbals, all kinds of stuff. Well, here in the Hawaiian Islands, things tend to get pretty rusty, as you can see, but not a lot we can do about that except for keep them clean, try to not let it happen. But these are old, not a lot we could do about that. But I'm gonna have these drums for a few days, and while I do have them, I'm gonna do a little maintenance on them, see what I can do for my friend, also a hobbyist, so she can take them home and be happy. So there we go. We even have a Pearl, it's a strap drive pedal. I've never actually owned one of those. Even came with a Pearl throne. We're gonna clean that up for her. We're gonna start at the bass drum, and you can see we have two tension rods here that don't have the T on them. They're not as easy to operate. And there's two on the batter side also. I'm actually going to put them both on the batter side because the resonant side is the head you're going to deal with the most. So having these on this side completely will just make it easier and not have to use a key on the bass drum most of the time. Alright, so I'm going to speed up this footage a little bit. As you can see, I'm taking off some pretty rusty tension rods, and I'm going to take them all off in no particular order, of course. Doesn't much matter. And pretty soon we're going to see what's going on inside this bass drum. Seems a little muffled, but you know, I like mine wide open, so it's probably a little more muffled than I like. We'll see. Oh my! Alright, we've got a lot of stuff in there. Alright, now this is personal preference. A lot of people like a lot of muffling. I personally like my drums to be wide open, so when I put this back together, it's going to have a lot less muffling. We will dust that off. We've got this dry cloth. Always make sure it's dry. You do not want to, definitely don't want to get your bearing edge wet. I have to say, for Hawaii, those aren't looking too bad. They're not all super duper rusty. Not bad at all. Alright, now anytime you remove a head from a drum or do any kind of maintenance on a drum, of course you're going to keep things clean, dust stuff off. I happen to have some PB Blaster. I'm going to stick all over these, and we'll scrub them up in a little while. But you can use anything you've got, especially on an old kit like this. So let me show you how resourceful my friend is. This is cool. So when she got this kit, it did not have any bass drum legs. She did have these floor tom legs, so she cut them off, and now she has bass drum legs. Super cool. Alright, moving on, of course, we're going to remove both heads. Like I said, keep everything dusted and clean. And now I'm going to take an old toothbrush, because I've got an old toothbrush laying around, scrub some of that rust off of there. That's going to make it easier to put these tension rods back in, hold its tuning, all that stuff. But again, these are very old. I might, if this was my kit, I might actually replace the tension rods. But it's not really that big a deal. It's not, you know, she loves this kit, and that's awesome. So now we're going to put the heads back on. For me, the batter head is all about having it tensioned. You know, I want it to sound even all the way around, of course, but it's all about how it feels to the pedal, how it feels on the pedal, to my foot. So I'm going to get a good tone out of that. I'm not an expert at this, but I think my bass drum sounds pretty good in my room. Now again, I'm putting all the tension rods on. I'm not going to do that in any particular order to begin with because I finger tighten them. And then, now if you need help tuning, don't look at me. Look it up. But here's what I'm doing. Get them all on there, and I'm going to give you a little taste of what it sounds like. A little bit of my tuning. Again, I'm not an expert. Now I've got that head on. It feels decent, but I'm gonna put the pedal on it. And my friend was telling me that she had a rattle as part of the reason she had so much muffling in it, because she couldn't get rid of the rattle. I figured out, I think, what the issue was is the bass drum is actually up just a little bit too high. So the pedal is hitting the head, it's causing a rattle. So I'm going to adjust the leg heights there, and after I did that, it actually took care of the whole thing, so all good. Here's the cool story I didn't tell you about this kit. This kit actually used to be mine several years ago. I was going through, well, some strange times, let's just say. And this was my kit. It never got the love it deserved from me. I was very busy, lots of things going on. So it actually didn't have the bass drum legs when I had it, and I laid the bass drum on the floor next to me and hit it with sticks, which I wasn't any good at that, so it wasn't good. But anyway, she has bass drum legs for it now, and so I'm super glad it's here and I get to give it some love. It deserves this from me. All right, so that was part of my project. This whole kit has been a project for me for a couple of weeks, so I've already recorded a couple more videos that I have to make a few edits on, but this is part one. Bass is all fixed up for my friend, and we'll get back to another thing next time. Thanks for being here. Again, please feel free to comment, like, subscribe, all that jazz. Glad you could make it, and I look forward to putting another video out for you soon. In case anyone's wondering why the cowboy hat, it's because I like it. That's all. Aloha.